Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk a little bit about something that I've gotten a lot of questions for over the past couple of days. Ever since I made that 2027 Ram 1500 order guide video, I went through that. A lot of people have had questions about the 5.7 liter Hemi without eTorque. Now, if you remember, Ram introduced the 27 Rumblebee lineup, and the base model Rumblebee 5.7 has no eTorque system on it. Now, a lot of people were excited about that, thinking like, oh, the whole lineup's going to have, no eTorque because Trump rolled back regulations and all that. Well, that's not the case. So I've asked Ram, I asked the communications department at Ram. They've basically told me that the only thing that they have confirmed so far is the Rumblebee with a 5.7 liter Hemi will be the only one available with basically without eTorque right now. Now, there's been some kind of discussion about this recently. If you're not familiar with the eTorque system, the mild hybrid system in the Ram 1500, it's basically on the Pentastar V6 models and the 5.7 liter Hemi. They did away with the non-eTorque 5.7 liter Hemi back in 2023, or at the end of 2023, because at the time Carlos Tavares, who was the CEO of Stellantis, decided, hey, we're not going to take and buy credits anymore. So in order to keep the Hemi around for at least one more year, they went to a standard 5.7 liter Hemi with the eTorque lineup. Now, in order to bring the Hemi back to the Ram 1500 in 2026, they were kind of grandfathered in with all the regulations. The only thing was they couldn't change anything on it. So in order to bring it back even faster, they had to offer it with the eTorque system. So the eTorque system itself is a belt start generator. Basically, it replaces the alternator. There's a small, like almost briefcase sized battery that's located in the back of the cabs of the truck, which allow it to actually it's kind of funny because the BSG allows the truck to run basically all the accessories, no problem, when there's engine stop start. So if you're at a light and you have your air conditioning going, when your engine shuts off, it's not like you're going to lose that cold air. It continues to go. Now with the eTorque system, when you come to a stop, the electric start stop will shut the truck off and will still run the accessories instead of having everything shut off, which is a really cool feature. But as soon as you let off the gas or the brake, it'll automatically start the truck up. There is a slight delay, not as bad as vehicles like the Jeep Compass and other FCA vehicles that have the ESS system. Now, one thing I did notice about the eTorque system is if you're like me and you come up to a stoplight and you just barely let off the brake just a little bit, it'll fire up. And if you only roll out maybe like a foot, it will stay on at all time. So again, if you roll out more than, let's say, 3 feet and you come to a stop, the system will shut off. They also say that it adds additional torque at launch, like from a light or whatever. So if you're pulling a trailer, it kind of helps. I've never noticed the difference. I've driven tons of eTorque trucks over the last 7-8 years, and the funny thing is I've never noticed a huge difference in the actual performance of the trucks or anything like that. I do notice that, again, I didn't own an eTorque truck. I owned a 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Sport with the 5.7 liter Hemi, not the eTorque version. But with this engine stop start, it just makes it very smooth to like transition, so you don't feel that jerk or anything. So that was nice. Mileage wise, I didn't really notice any big differences. They say it was supposed to pick up like a mile per gallon. I never really noticed the difference the way I drive. But again, the reason why people don't like the eTorque system is the fact that, yeah, it replaces the traditional alternator, but when they do fail, which some have, not only are they a nightmare to get parts for, okay? For some reason, Ram builds, 600,000 trucks a year. Let's say they build like, 100,000 Hemis, okay? For some reason, dealers have a hard time finding freaking eTorque system parts. It's kind of funny because a lot of people go to the aftermarket. You'll find trucks that are totaled and stuff. One of the most popular things that people part out is the eTorque system. The other thing is it's expensive. So basically, you're looking at almost 2 to 3 times the cost of what a traditional alternator is to replace the eTorque system. So there's a lot of reasons why people don't want it. But Tim Kuniskis did shed some light on some of this, and it was kind of interesting because he talked to The Drive back right after the Investor Day presentation. And during the podcast, he actually mentioned that, offering the non-eTorque 5.7 liter HEMI in the lineup would actually make him have the ability to go deeper with, being affordability wise into the lineup. Basically, what he was talking about was his Black Express models, which are starting to become some of the most popular trucks out there. There's a huge gap from where Ram 1500 Classic left off as in affordability, and offering the HEMI without the eTorque system would make it even cheaper to offer the 5.7 liter HEMI to customers. So he was mentioning that. Did he announce officially that, the 5.7 was going to be without eTorque for 2027 and all models or anything? No, he did not. So when I asked my Ram reps, they just said there's nothing right now that we know about. Basically, Rumblebee 5.7, which comes out in the fourth quarter of this year, will be the only model that they know of so far that will have the no eTorque on it. But there is hope, because in the last few months I've been getting the production schedules for SHAP, so Sterling Heights Assembly Plant. And if you know anything about the Rumblebee, Ram has announced that the Rumblebee will actually be built in Mexico at the Saltillo truck plant down there. So they actually opened up Ram 1500 production about a year ago down there. So now they build the DT trucks mostly for export, but there are some that come to the US and there are some that go to Canada. And again, a majority of our trucks here come from Sterling Heights Assembly Plant, but all of the Rumblebee trucks, all of them will be built at Saltillo, so in Mexico. Now, with me saying that, I've been getting production schedule lists from SHAP showing that in August, we will actually be seeing a non-BSG or belt start generator, meaning the eTorque system version of an engine, as job one, meaning that they're going to be running these non-eTorque trucks down the line. So it doesn't make a lot of sense if all the trucks that are supposed to be, at least right now, non-eTorque are Rumblebee trucks and they're built in Mexico, and then SHAP's building trucks after the fact that are going to be non-eTorque trucks. So again, I'm predicting, it's not official, but I'm predicting that Ram will make an announcement very soon that the 5.7 liter HEMI for 2027 will be available without the eTorque system. So right now, as ordering has started to open, all the trucks have eTorque as standard equipment. The Rumblebee itself, the 5.7 liter Rumblebee, will be available in the fourth quarter of this year. So again, I don't predict really them saying anything until after the summer, because Ram has been on a sales tear recently. They're up 27% for the first half of the year. They're up 27% for the second quarter. And I don't think they're going to announce something to make people wait for, to buy a truck when they have all these trucks on the lots, especially 2026s, and they're offering killer incentives right now. So if you're looking for a Ram 1500, right now is a great time to buy it. If you're looking for a Bighorn in that, they're offering, depending on what model you get, again, Bighorn and Laramie seem to be the big pushes. I'm seeing stuff here in Metro Detroit, like incentive-wise for the Great Lakes region, anywhere from 10 to 12% off sticker. And then on top of that, if you can get an employer, friends, and family discount, I mean, I've been looking at vehicles, to replace this Dodge Charger Daytona, and realistically, I've been thinking Ram 1500. It makes the best sense. They hold their value probably better than really most Stellantis products. And, with this being a lease, I get an additional bonus cash when I go in and I want to purchase something when I turn this in. So, I mean, there's a lot of incentives out there. So if you're looking for a Ram truck, right now is like a great time to buy a Bighorn or a Laramie truck. Even some of the other trucks have discounts, not as good as the Laramie or Bighorn trucks. RHO, I really haven't seen many discounts on that truck just yet. But again, if you're looking for a truck and you are okay with the eTorque system, you can find a good deal on a Bighorn or Laramie truck right now. But again, I'm waiting for them to make an official announcement. So I hope this answers a lot of your guys' questions. I'll put the link down below of the interview with Tim Kuniskis from The Drive, so you guys can go and read it or listen to the podcast. And then again, I'll show you the pictures of what the Sterling Heights Assembly Plant actual production schedule shows. And it doesn't make a lot of sense when, again, the Rumblebee is being built in Mexico, and then we're getting a belt start generator job 1 showing for SHAP. So again, I think there's going to be something coming. It's just they haven't made it official yet. So I hope this answers a lot of your guys' questions. I'm still waiting to hear from Stellantis what the heck is going on, and just like you guys are. So make sure to leave your comments below. How many of you guys are waiting for a Ram 1500 without the eTorque system? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Again, Ram reads all this stuff. They go on social media, they watch the videos and all that. So make sure to leave your comments below. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Thank you guys. We also reached 26,000 subscribers. And if you watched my video yesterday with the Ram 1500 TRX SRT, I actually have a giveaway for that video. I have a brand new Ram SRT TRX Carhartt hat that I was given from Ram to give away to you guys. So if you guys want a chance to win that hat, make sure to hit like and basically you have to be subscribed, you have to hit like, and you have to comment that video from yesterday, and then I will pick somebody on the 15th of this month and send them that hat, and you guys are going to see it in the community section here on the channel. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye.
We call these muscle trucks.